The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has clearly said that the number of tick-borne infections in the United States that they get reported to them every year, that is increasing. Also, the ticks and the tick ranges are expanding throughout the United States. Now, we may ask then, what impact does climate and climate change have on all of this? Well, the answer is it's complicated. And you have to think not just of the tick, but also anything it feeds on, which may be a mouse, it may be a deer, and then you also have to think of the behavior of humans. If we have a mild winter and the snow melts early, then the ticks are out earlier and we have an earlier start to our season. But it's not a straightforward relationship with temperature, because if the weather gets too hot and if it gets really dry, well, the ticks don't like that. They're very susceptible to being dried out. So they'll retreat back into the forest undergrowth, and then you'll actually see a decrease in the risk of tick-borne diseases. So it's actually not temperature that's the most important season, it's the season, the length of the season in which the ticks are out and biting. Climate change has all of those different factors, not just simply temperature. There's all sorts of different behaviors of the animals, of the ticks, migratory birds that carry the ticks when they fly, and then again, what humans are doing. There are more than 30,000 cases of Lyme disease reported in the United States every year, and from data that we have, we actually know that that's much higher. That number greatly underestimates the true number of cases. It's now estimated to be over 475,000 people infected each year with Lyme disease. A stands for avoid, which is rather self-intuitive, but just something to think about. You want to avoid the areas where ticks are found. That could be something as simple as just sticking to the middle of the trail. If you're out on a hike, stay away from the tall grasses where the ticks are likely to be found. Don't walk through the leaf litter and kick up all the leaves. There's some ticks that may be underneath those leaves. Try to avoid areas where you're going to put yourself at risk. B of the ABCs, that would be bug spray. You want to spray bug spray on any exposed skin. I would recommend something that has at least 30% DEET. We also have alternatives. You could use something with picaridin. There's also now oil of lemon eucalyptus, which looks like it's just as good as DEET, or almost as good. And then you could spray something called permethrin on your clothing. So you can really protect yourself having treated clothing, treat your skin. That will help keep the bugs away. C is cover up. Now, it may be too hot to completely cover up, but if you can, wearing clothing that covers your skin is going to protect things from biting that exposed skin. So something simple like tucking your pants into your socks as you're hiking through the woods, that could be an effective way to prevent tick bites.